Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today is going to be the greatest day of your life. Some say there's a thin line between love and hate. And often there's not a lot of wiggle room when you're walking the line between your income and your expenditures. Spending more than you make might be fun for a while, but if you keep it up, the exuberance will turn into despair. Take it for someone who has been there. When I owed way more than I made, there was nothing fun about having creditors hounding me about the money that I owed them. But the good news is, if you've been overspending, you can reverse the process and release your suffering by creating and sticking to a budget. And budgets aren't just for people who overspend. Even if you make more money than you spend, creating a budget can help you create wealth and enjoy a greater happiness in your life. And what's in it for you? In my opinion, there are two major benefits to creating a budget and having a financial plan. First, it allows you to prioritize your spending and alerts you to when you need to stop. And second, it gives you a systemic way to improve your financial future. I'm going to give you a few tips here that'll help you to develop a solid spending plan that can change your life. So the first thing, understand that you and not your creditors, your boss, or your clients are in charge of your finances. Acknowledge that you are in charge of how much money comes in and where and how it goes out. That puts you in a position of power and control. It's critical you do this, because if you don't take control of your money, making more of it won't improve the quality of your life. You'll just have a bigger house, car, or credit card payments. And that's 100% true. You've got to change what's going on here so that the outcomes you get in your life are completely different. Or in other words, if you want to change your life, you got to change your life. And get clear on where you are. Know what you make. What are your monthly expenses? How much money do you spend each month? And what do you spend it on? Keep track of every penny you earn and spend each day for at least 1 month. This will likely be an eye-opening exercise that allows you to see exactly where your money is going and if there are areas that you need to adjust or eliminate immediately. And pay yourself first. Make a part of what you earn, and I say 10%, it could be more, that's yours to keep, that you're putting in a savings account. It's out of your checking account. It can't be spent unless you make a logical decision to move it from one account to another and then spend it. But I recommend, if you put something in savings, if you make a decision to move money from savings to checking, give yourself a 24-hour time frame before the transaction occurs. Okay, don't move any money for 24 hours just to be sure that this is something you want to do. I tell you what, you want to make sure that you're paying yourself and that a portion of your income does go into some sort of an interest earning account. That way your money is working for you. A lot of banks are offering incredible interest rates on just a simple savings account right now. I've mentioned this before and I'm going to mention it one more time. My kids love an application called Acorns. And what Acorns does is every time you spend, it rounds that spend up to the nearest dollar. So if you spend $1.90, it'll round the difference between the $1.90 and $2, or the next round dollar value, which would be 10 cents, and it puts that into an interest-bearing, electronically traded fund that is comprised of bonds and stocks, etc. And over time, as you just spend, it's quietly rounding up and putting those cents away. 10 cents here, 25 cents there, adds up over the course of a year. The next thing you know, with the interest you're earning on the stocks and bonds, plus the money transfers, meaning the difference between your spend and the next dollar value, all of that money will add up really quickly. You want to try to utilize technology to your benefit. And like I said, my kids like this application. It seems to work extremely well. It's called Acorns, A-C-O-R-N-S. and it does work really well. I don't work for Acorns. They're not paying me for a sponsorship. It's just something I found that works, and I'm recommending it to you because I care about you and I want to see you do well. And it's a great way for somebody who doesn't traditionally function within the realm of the stock market, get involved. You don't have to have a lot of knowledge to get involved in this case. And it's just a great way to get an account that you seldom, if ever, touch until you've accumulated enough capital to make a different investment if you choose to do so. And you know, it's awesome to see your money grow because it'll inspire and motivate you to keep going, as well as give you peace of mind that you have something on the side if issues come up. You know, there's just a peace of mind that you garner that takes a lot of issues off the table and allows you to function with more clarity of thought if you have a financial savings set up on the side. You know, it used to be back in the day, people would go to work for a company, they'd work there for 40 years, retire, so on and so forth. But nothing is permanent these days. You know, jobs come and they go, unfortunately, no matter what type of effort we put forth. I'm constantly hearing about layoffs and things like that. So if something like that were to occur to you and you have a nest egg or some sort of a financial backing set aside, you'll still be able to pay rent as you're looking to acquire a new opportunity. It just makes you feel good to have money on the side. Car repairs, house repairs, kids need clothes, anything that comes up, you'll have the ability to mitigate those risks and continue to move your life forward in the most productive way possible when you have savings or money set aside. You know, and create a debt clearance account as well. And this is something in addition that I recommend quite often. If you have debts, and I'm not talking about your mortgage is an investment, not a debt. But if you have debts that are eating up most of your paycheck, create an orderly debt repayment program. And you can do this on your own. Put 20% of your income in an account that is allocated to pay your debts each month. Then make a list of your creditors and determine what portion of the 20% each of them will receive. Then send that amount to them regularly until your debts are paid off. You know, send a letter to each creditor letting them know how much you owe, that you will pay it off plus interest, and you are in the process of making yourself more financially stable. Explain that you've created a debt clearance account that you will pay them the specific amount you have established each month until you've paid them every single cent you owe. And you will likely find that 95% of the people will cooperate with you, and this will take a great deal of stress off your mind and allow you to be more fluid and functional in working towards your goals. You know, and keep your mind clear. You know, now you have 70% of your income to live on, right? You're putting 10% aside in savings, 20% you're utilizing to pay off your debt. So now you have 70% of your income to live on, to run the house, and also for extracurricular entertainment. And from this point on, never think of debt again, because what you owe others has been taken care of. Keep your mind clear to focus on earning more money. Because, you know, the answer to getting yourself out of debt is not focusing on the debt. You don't get out of debt by focusing on debt. You get out of debt by paying off the debt. And we pay off the debt by earning more money. The more money you earn, the bigger that 20% is you can utilize every month to help you pay off that debt. That's where your focus needs to be. Creating a better life circumstance for yourself, your family, and for those that you love. And you know what? If anybody can do it, you can. I'm also going to put a link to a copy of a letter that's an example that you can utilize to send to your creditors. It's just an example. I'm not a debt mitigation strategy financial planner, expert, or anything like that. You know what? I'm just a guy that has a lot of experience and I care about you. And I'm just sharing some tools that I've utilized myself to get out of debt and live a more financially prosperous life. Okay? It wasn't always flowers and green meadows for me. I had to work to build the type of life that I have today. You know what? If I can do it, so can you. You have all the tools necessary. Let's start today, okay? And get clear on where you want to be. Now that you know where you are, get very clear on where you want to be financially. I think it's important to fantasize about how much money you want, or for what you want that money for. And don't just say you want more money to live better. Ask yourself how much better and work towards that. You know, get out a sheet of paper, and I'm going to go here again, but I tell you what, my favorite tools are the old pencil and paper, and get that out. I want you to draw up a list of all the things or activities that you want to spend money on. For example, how much do you want to spend on food? Your mortgage, clothes, car, education, vacation, recreation, insurance, savings, utilities, and anything else that is important to you. Just let your imagination go and visualize how you really want to live. Then fill in the amount of money and it will cost you to do so. And as you do that, you shift your mind from what's currently in the bank to what you'd love to have in the bank. That's what's important. You know, fantasize. It's perfectly okay. You know, when we were back in school, we were little kids, we'd be fantasizing and daydreaming, and we'd have a teacher or somebody say, "Douglas, pay attention. You're fantasizing. You're daydreaming again. Pay attention to what's going on up here at the board." And they trained me over the years to not daydream, to not dream about better things in my life and places I wanted to go, and fantasize about the incredible things that my life could be, because they wanted me to focus. And I think that focus is really great, but we want to be really careful what we tell kids, because you tell kids things, they'll believe you and they'll do exactly what you say. So a lot of adults today don't daydream. They don't fantasize. They don't sit down with a piece of paper and a pen and write out what they'd like their life to be. I'm going to tell you what, your life can be anything you want it to be. Anything at all. If you want to be a billionaire, you can build an empire. You want just $1 million, you can do that too. You just want to make ends meet, you know what? That is completely possible for you. We just need to daydream and fantasize about where we want to be. It will put our mind in motion. When the mind is working on great things like how to make us more financially secure, that clarity of thought we garner from working through the process I'm recommending here is going to change things for you. For some of you, it's going to change things like that right away, immediately, on a dime. You're just going to be like, aha, I get it now. I see what Doug's saying. I can do this, and you're going to move forward. Others may need to work on it a little bit, but as you're writing things out on that piece of paper, I'm telling you what, magic will happen. That's why they call it spelling. And I'm telling you what, that's all you need to do, is just sit down with your incredible mind and start thinking about the beautiful life you want to build, and then you just start walking towards that life. You can do it. Anybody can do it. Hey, if a handicapped, brain damaged guy like me can do it, anybody can. I'm telling you what, boy, I'm working with this and I'm doing the best I can. You're incredible, amazing, beautiful, and you have all the tools you need within you to build an incredible life and change everything for yourself. And I know you can do it. And you know, I want you also to think about creating additional streams of income. You know, if you have a job and you're only getting paid while you're working, however, if you have the ability to create some passive revenue streams that will allow you to make money around the clock, that will leverage your time to its fullest advantage. And you know, I got to tell you, a lot of people are like, well, that's easier said than done. And actually, it's not. There's a lot of opportunities out on the internet, and with the way the internet functions and the way we have technology and being so integrated and incorporated with social media as a society, creating additional income streams is possible and probably much easier than you think. Now, I've done a couple of videos and I've given ideas that you or anyone can utilize to enhance their income, to make a little bit more money here and there. And you know what? You make some money on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday are better days. It is one of those things that can be done by anybody. There's a plethora of opportunity. We live in the wealthiest country ever in the history, in recorded history, right? The United States right now is the wealthiest circumstance ever to have been observed by humanity in the world in recorded history. It is just amazing, the opportunity. You go out and look around you, you're going to see places for lease waiting for a business to be put in there. You go online, you're going to find all kinds of opportunities for passive income. Maybe you can sell items online. There's eBay. There's all types of different options, and I've just named a few. But here's the deal. You can go out, you're smart, sit down with your computer, search out some opportunities for yourself, or look around your community for opportunities where value is needed and provide a service and charge for that service. You'll earn more money and it'll change the way things work for you. You can do it. It's going to take a little effort on your behalf. I'm not selling anything, and I don't have any programs myself that would assist you in making more money. But you know what I do have? I have complete faith and belief that you, as an individual, have the ability to go out and find incredible opportunities that are going to suit you, meet your circumstance, and allow you to increase your income. You can do it. If you want to change your life, all you have to do is change your life. You know, and with your mind clear of worries about debt and not having money, you know, that should anything happen, spend some time thinking about ways to build sources of revenue that generate passive income continually. And this may include becoming an investor, generating royalty income from creative work, or maybe it has something to do online with a website. But once you have one or several passive income streams, you can invest the bulk of your time in increasing your income by refining your existing income sources or creating new ones. And your goal to keep increasing your income should continue until your annual income that you've calculated is met. Now, you have a life you want to live. That life is going to cost a specific amount of money. Now you need to sit down and figure out how to make that amount of money. You write that number down on a piece of paper. How many people do that? When's the last time you sat down with a piece of paper, wrote a number or the amount of money that you wanted either in your bank or you wanted to make each year, and then you sat down and actually thought about how to make that happen? I would say 99.99% of people have never done that. So how do you know you can't do it? And how do you know that amount of money can't happen for you? That's what I'm saying. You have to sit down and actually put forth the effort. Take the action. And you're going to be so surprised at what you find within yourself. The ideas are going to bubble up. You're going to find amazing opportunities and things that are available to you that are going to change your circumstance. You know, it's funny. Robin Leach was once asked, you remember Robin Leach, he did Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. He was once doing an interview and he was asked a group of questions. And Robin Leach said, the wealthiest people that he's ever met, he's never seen them working. And you might ask yourself, well, what is it that they do? Well, you know what? They don't just have one job or one company. Usually the wealthiest people own multiple circumstances or have multiple streams of income. That way, if one stream of income goes shallow for a while, they have other streams of income to help reinforce their lifestyle and keep them moving forward in the capacity that they've deemed appropriate for themselves. Now you can do the exact same thing. You might have $100 coming in over here, $500 coming in over here, $50 over here, $10 over here. It all adds up. But you must create multiple streams of income to realize true financial wealth. You're never going to get wealthy working for somebody else. You can, but I tell you what, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to happen. You're going to have to go out and identify some additional sources to help support the life that you want to build for yourself. And you know what? You can do it. Because all the wealthy people have at least one thing in common. They earn more money than they spend. And if wealth has escaped you up to this point in your life, you're not unusual. Wealth has escaped the majority of people. I mean, what would be unusual is your decision to do something about it. Because most people just earn what they earn and then they complain that they don't have enough money, the gas is too expensive, that they don't live in the house they want to live in, or their car's a piece of junk, or they don't drive the car they want to drive. And then they complain when they see somebody who is driving the car that they want to drive. But you know what? Usually those people have put forth the effort. You want to live their life? You got to put forth the effort that they put forth to realize the circumstance that they're living in. You know, and regardless of what your present financial position may be, you need to realize that you can have all the money you want. You just have to earn it. And the great majority of the population lives in ignorance of that fact. And when I say earn money, I don't mean go to your W-2 job and pay 40% to the government in taxes and try to make ends meet on your 60% that's left over for you. I'm talking about go out and identify other streams of income that you can utilize that can enhance your existence and build your circumstance to the level that you want to live at. You know, the funny thing is, what do most people do when their income gets short? They pull back. They say, hey, well, I'm not going to have Netflix anymore. I won't have that. I'm going to pull back. And, you know, I'm going to try to save money over here and do this, that, and the other thing. Wealthy, successful people do not lower their standard of living to meet their income. They raise their income to meet their standard of living. And that's what you've got to do. Raise your income to meet your standard of living. And it doesn't matter. I don't have a college degree. There's all these excuses people have as to why they can't increase their income. I never get a promotion. Stop thinking that way. Think about external sources that you can utilize to bring in extracurricular income. You know, walk dogs. Earn an extra $50 a week walking dogs. Detail cars. There's so many things that you can do. Do what is necessary to build the income that is appropriate for the lifestyle that you want to live. You know, if somebody told me I could earn good money cleaning toilets and that's what I had to do, I'd go do that so I could build the level of income that was appropriate and necessary for my family to continue to live the way that they live. You know, I take care of my wife and children. I want to make sure they have the things that they need. So everything I do from my point of view is for them. And if you won't do it for you, do it for the ones that you love. Do it because you can build a better life for those around you that depend on you and need your care daily. So if you won't do it for yourself, at least do it for them and care about yourself. You can build any life you want. And you know, creating a budget that includes the recommendations that I've shared with you today can make you wealthy beyond your wildest dreams. So make a commitment to decide to change your financial future by setting a budget today and walking through the individual recommendations that I've made. Go out and see about opportunities for creating additional income. How do you know they're not there unless you go take a look? And you're so smart, and you have the incredible ability to do this. I just know you do, and I care about you. That's why I'm here giving you these recommendations. I want to see you do better. You know what? I want to do better. Heck, I tell you what, together, we're going to make a difference. And it's going to start with you. Today, you're going to create a budget. You're going to go out and work to identify some opportunities to earn some more money. And your future is going to begin. And it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be amazing as you walk towards your goals and you achieve them. Friends, I care about you. I'm going to be back tomorrow with some really great stuff. Thanks for watching the video today. I hope you have a beautiful day. Take care.